Read the disclaimer, 13 and up.
Folks, I just woke up and they dropped the Quadstrike full music video, so we get to do one last breakdown and analysis before the anime eventually comes in April. So with that being said, we're gonna get started. Obviously, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, a lot of shots that they show are just from like episode 1 onward, some establishing shot of Quadrat, whatever temple that's supposed to be. And then after we see her with the Bey, she does actually start off with fusion on the base. They are trying to experiment, I guess, with actually using the 4-in-1 system. It makes sense. There is a shot with Belle celebrating something. Then after Pax looking a little bit worried, there's a lot of shots of Pax analyzing Quadra and her actual Bey. And then after this is the temple that we saw before, and you actually see Belle there, so I'm assuming this is episode 1. This is definitely Pax talking to Quadra in the next shot there. Probably they're still trying to analyze and figure out stuff. The next one is her powering up in battle, and we do see a lot of snippets of kind of, I guess, episode 1, episode 2, when they're going to meet each other in battle. So I guess Lightning Pandora is going to stop a Perfect Dangerous. Okay. And then after you see the shot actually of Belle looking at the temple, so this is definitely before they meet or anything like that. The next one, a little bit interesting to mention, I do think there are some nice looking shots, not completely. I know some of them are definitely those bank animation shots, so those are just shots that are animated really well just to look good. The visual presentation so far is very hard to tell. I think it looks okay. Some stuff feels a little bit off model. We see Volta there. The next one, I believe he's looking either at Title or Flame Pandora. It's a little bit hard to tell with the outline for me, but either way, it's probably Title. You see Volt and Renzo. I'm assuming Volt, since he's battling whatever, there are no ways they're not going to give him like that Valkyrie. This is a mirroring shot of Quadra versus Belle there. And then after a very nice shot of her in a dynamic pose, actually doing a lightning move, so that's very nice. There were some very nice looking shots, and this is with this is with Dante versus Belle. So this is definitely a little bit later on when he debuts a few episodes later, and she's going to interrupt. If you notice, Gambit Dragon is using the Zephyr. Alright, yeah, makes sense. And this is a nice shot too. So they do have a lot of nice animation, little shots when she's doing her little element powers, I guess. So this is water. When she's doing the pose, because you see 3, and then after you're going to see another one where she does 2, and then after you're going to see another one when she does 1. So this is definitely like her, I guess, maybe changing it around with some of the moves that she does, depending on what element. You see Twister Pandora there. By the way, we already have all this stuff reviewed. We'll have a pinned comment if you want to see any of our Quadstrike reviews all done. That one is definitely Title. I'm assuming the shot before was actually Title. No Flame, but I believe Flame Pandora is supposed to be a lot later on. I think it's like episode 9, I'm pretty sure. Something with Flame in the title, I think. Good lightning effect there, CG effect looks fine. We do see a little bit of a preview of some of the other bladers too. This is some, again, they kind of mix it around on the video, but yeah, this is the shot where it's going to be crashing on Dangerous. I still don't like that it wins like that. I believe this is supposed to be the updated avatar, right, of Divine? I haven't seen the old avatar before, so if I'm wrong, but moving on. We do see the new Kerbeus avatar. It has a little bit more green armor. It looks okay. Now this shot I believe is supposed to be Excalius, because I saw the pattern. I'm like, wait, isn't that Excalius? But they kind of mix it, because yeah, you see the X on the thing. Yeah, that was Excalius. So very curious to see how it looks. This one's a different shot of Stellar Hyperion. It has so many pointy things on it now. It looks, I think all the avatars updated look nice. You'll see one of Helios. Again, I'm not surprised they obviously just took the original one and slightly modified. This one I think was a little water effect on the Pandora avatar, so I'm very curious if we're going to see modifications to her avatar depending on the element. That would be good attention to detail I'd like to see. It seems to start off like an egg, and this was kind of like how they did Genesis, so maybe it's going to get like, as we saw before with the head popping up, maybe it's going to like grow and become stronger, because it obviously starts off like that. And maybe this is trying to discover the powers of Pandora on it. So there are some nice shots. Nothing that was really too impressive though. We do see Ken, so that was very nice. We can see little puppets and after he does this little move with Kerbeus. Very excited to see Ken again. I do think that kit shot is reused, and the reason why they reuse some designs from the previous seasons, and also just sometimes in general, is just, it's just to save on cost, whatever, so they can just reuse. But A very nice shot of Xander right there. Very actually nice. How the hair was very fluffy when it was moving. You get the giant sword that's coming out that it's going to be doing. Very excited for Xander and Ken. Volt reused from DB, I believe, for the animation shot, whatever. But I think that might have been reused from Sparking, because I think I remember seeing that in Sparking. I'm not too sure. If it's new, it's new. And I think that's about it. There are definitely a lot of nice shots. I think there may be a few nice character animation shots that they did. There's Dante, by the way, reused shot since like from GT or whatever. And yeah, this is reused from Sparking for sure. I really wish they just gave those two new designs. Kind of cringe that they didn't. And jumping down from Bell, Quadstrike logo, blah, blah, blah. What do I think? I think it could probably at least be better than DB, at least visually. I do know obviously it's still a bit hard to tell a lot of reused stuff. I think the CG looks fine. Usually the CG is never the bad part of the thing, usually. Other than like those weird explosions and like the Dynamite Battle / Quad Drive season. It was nice to see Xavier. It's nice to see Xander. It's nice to see Ken. I do hope we maybe see Volt if he has like, because there's the Ultimate Evo Valtryek, that's the Hasbro one, so we're probably going to see him use it. I did notice they're utilizing a lot of the 4-in-1, so yeah. Overall, it's not that it's good. It's good. It's nice to see Ken back. It's nice to see Xander back. I just wish they used the original base. I'm gonna have to get used to them using Hasbro base. But before we wrap up, I just want to show off our store. Which on our store, which is an optional way to support the channel, we have a limited Beyblade X pre-order. Since we already did report on the prices and whatever, I figured we can probably just have it set up. Today. Yeah, today. And only for today, right?
It's limited.
Limited. And obviously, if there's any adjustments to be made later on, adjustments will be made and action will be appropriate. But yeah, that's our little surprise for today if you want to get it ahead of time. Obviously, when we get product images, whatever, those listings, whatever that we have, we'll eventually update. But yeah, subscribe if you're new here. I am at a 7 right now. I think pretty fair 7. I think it just looks, it looks serviceable. Hopefully, they've been cooking good. I like a lot of the element visuals. I think that's pretty neat. Aside from that, thank you for watching. Content disclaimer 13 and up. YouTube, don't hit this. And yeah, that's about it for now. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, take care. Bye.